Bad idea number 9 is a noise oscillator and drum, if patched correctly, that only has 2 simple controls and 1 CV input. So it's based on old experiments with DIY when I was just getting started, and I did a thing that many people do where they're playing around with 40106 hex inverters and 4093 NAND chips, and just making square waves and doing things with square waves. So this is one of the things I used to do. You would have one square wave reset the phase of another one, so it's just a hard sync oscillator. But then the thing I did that was fun is the only CV input on the module was basically a buffer going directly to the power inlet on the chip, which would be a voltage starve. So whatever CV you were plugging into it was the power source for the audio section of the module. And it yields some pretty cool and interesting results. It'll change the volume and it'll change the pitch, and it also, there's this sound that happens when you're crossing the threshold of the turn on voltage for the chip where it makes this weird kind of dolphin squeak. And I couldn't quite get all of those sounds in the digital version of it, but I came pretty close to it. And the hardware one is obviously much better at making these types of sounds. But just to give you an example, here's an offset. So this is as if you were feeding a voltage slowly into the chip. You'll hear that the lowest pitch is actually at near turnoff. Or I'm sorry, the lowest pitch is all the way up, and at near turnoff voltage, it's the highest pitch. So as you turn the voltage up, the pitch goes down, and you hear the waves get fatter until they become more spaced out and turn into kind of clicks. And you can see this is the main oscillator here, and this one is resetting the phase of it. So once this frequency passes this frequency, you start to hear an audible tone. And this now becomes, let's turn this down. Ooh. This now becomes a sort of timbre control. Kind of like pulse width. It's hard sync. So at this point in the video, you might be watching and be like, well, that's really stupid. That's a bad idea. And it is. It's called bad idea number 9. But you can make really cool sounds with it. If you feed it things like an LFO, that's going much faster. Or more importantly, the reason it was actually designed to pulse, to create a kind of drum, if you get it in the right settings. A kind of squeaky dolphin squeak. It also helps if you attenuate a pulse. Get a different sound out of it. Play with the settings. Look, I never said it was a good idea. I said it was a bad idea. So you get what you pay for, I guess.